You anyway.
Cross lane at the 10 pin. Danny Wiseman leading by 45.
He slipped again there, and the thing he has to worry about more than missing the spare, I think, Mike, might be the fact that if he slips and goes over the foul line, that's disaster, because a foul would really hurt him right now. He still hasn't got this match closed out. John Mazza still has an opportunity to shoot in the 230s. Oh my, what a great shot that was, and what a key 7-pin for him. And that's disaster. He really made as good a shot as he could possibly make.
Well, the pins just won't let him get anything going. They won't let any momentum get going for John Mazza.
Some days are like that. No matter how good you make the shot when you need to, something stands up. And other times you get the good breaks. You hit light and they fall down, things like that. But right now it just doesn't look like it's going to be John Mazza's day. And watching the match play last night, it was so exciting. We had a packed house at the bowling center. They had 3 guys with a chance to lead the tournament: John Gant, Parker Bone III, and of course John Mazza, who is the tournament leader. And it came down to the last game. It was just amazing how well they were playing and how good they could make these shots when they had to.
Another 6-pin.
Well, he's gone strike, wiggling 6-pin, strike, solid 7, wiggling 6-pin. I mean, what are you going to do?
You just can't do a whole lot in a 1-game match. It's over so fast, and when your opponent's striking and lined up, it can be a very quick game.
Well, all they can hope for is that Danny makes some kind of a mistake, and that's not likely. And here's another look at the pin action. You see the head pin come to the wall, come off, nudge the 6-pin, but then eventually help hold it up. And that Brunswick pin spotter will pick it up and put the wiggle right back on it. Filling frames is all Danny has to think about. But he's going to be aggressive. He'll go after him.
Well, still checking his slide every shot at the 7-pin. He hasn't left one of these, has he?
I don't remember if he's left one or not. He's been bowling for, it seems like, 2 days out there. He's just dominated almost every match. The last match against Gant, there was an opportunity late in the match that Gant could turn it around, couldn't do it. Here, he jumped early up on Johnny Mazza because Johnny couldn't get anything going. So it looks to me like Wiseman is the man of the hour right now, a 45-pin lead with 2 frames to play.
He'd have to open both frames and have a disastrous count. If he strikes here, it's all over.
Well, I'll tell you what, he will give this some room. I don't think it'll go high. He'll throw this a little extra hard, make sure he gets it down the lane. He knows exactly what the score is. These guys are always aware of what the score is.
Well, all bowlers are mathematicians.
Gave it plenty of room, left only the 2-pin, and that's all you really need to do is fill the frames now, and Danny Wiseman will be the champion.
Calm down, he says. Just make the spare, fill the frames.
His last win, he came from 3rd place to win the tournament. So
shot some big scores then too.
Big scores, and he's very comfortable in this situation. He likes to bowl the matches. Like I say, Danny's a competitor. He's an aggressive attack type guy, kind of in the mold of a Mark Roth. He goes out there and he goes after you.
Has the 2-pin in the 9th frame, going at a 226 pace. Basically, for all intents and purposes, has this match wrapped up.
Well, Johnny Mazza will be bowling for pride now. He's going to show you how good he really is. Throw a couple of strikes. There's one of them.
And he says, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a little late, but thanks just the same.
Here's a look at John when it waits and waits, doesn't fall down. Finally, he says, okay. Remember, I told you he was religious. He's giving thanks to the right people. The right guy, I should say.
One bad shot is what he said. I had one bad shot.
He's talking to his wife, folks. If you're wondering who he's talking to, his wife, Leslie, is sitting off to the side of the lanes with her son, Anthony, in her lap. And John is commenting to her, and now he's talking to Danny Wiseman, and nobody's listening but Leslie, I think. Danny's certainly not listening. He's down there working on his hand and everything else.
His son doesn't care. His son loves him anyway.
His son was bowling last night after the match play, and it was really cute. He's almost about the same size as the bowling ball, and he was rolling the ball down there with both hands down the center of the lane, and he got a strike, and it was just you should have seen him. He was trying to give high fives to everybody in the building.
Well, should have saved that strike and given it to his dad. He needed a few more, though. 191, the final score. Danny Wiseman finishing it out in championship form.
Look at Danny. Now look at him. Now see, here's a guy that shows you what kind of a competitor he is. He's going to make the best shot he can make, even though the match is over.
4, he says. 4 matches.
4 lefties.
Standing ovation here at the Welsh Auditorium. Trying for one more. Can do no wrong. Well, he was averaging 250 coming into this championship match. He lowers his a couple of pins. He's going to average about 246 or 7, somewhere around there. With a strike, it'll be 236. And he goes high, finishing with 232. Danny Wiseman is your champion. There's your final score.